Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a tutorial for you on this look. It is an easy fall wearable glowy makeup look, and to do it I've got all new makeup to play with. So every once in a while I feel like I'm in a makeup rut and I just wanted to switch it up in this one and use products that are different, that I haven't used before, and make it maybe a little bit easier. So I wanted to feature a look that was very wearable, very easy for you to put on. You could strip out some parts of it if you don't want to use them and add in others if you do want to do the whole shebang. But you could wear this to the office, you could wear it to a football game or a tailgate party, lunch with the girls. It's just really easy and wearable, but it still says fall because it's got the slightly darker lip, it's got the nice warm colors on the eye, it's very glowy all over the face, and so I just love it. So all the products that I purchased for this video I did buy with my own money, but the video is sponsored by Nordstrom, so everything that I'm showing you today can be purchased at Nordstrom. You guys know it's my favorite place to shop. I love shopping there for clothes and accessories especially, and I love it that I can get everything there in one-stop shopping. So when I was in there the other day goofing around with all the makeup and picking out things to try, I also picked up a pair of earrings and a cute sweater. One thing that I'm really psyched about that I got is these fingernails. I know, who would have thought that you could get fingernails at Nordstrom? I needed a set of like glue-on nails because my nails were trashed. I wanted to let my nails grow out a bit. And so when I saw these online, I was like, I wonder if those could help me with that. So they're called static nails. This is another set. I bought two sets because I wasn't sure what color scheme I was going to go with. For this video, I ended up going with the rose gold just because I love the metallic bling of the rose gold, but they had them in so many beautiful colors. I'll put links to everything in the information box below the video for convenient and easy shopping. Here's a little before and after so you can see the difference that this makeup makes. All right, you guys, you ready to get started? It's always so much fun to play with new makeup. The first product isn't new, but I thought I would just give my face a spritz with my Too Faced Hangover RX 3-in-1 setting spray. I love this guy, especially if I want to add a little moisture to my face. It's just a really lightweight way to prep your face and to get your makeup to last a little bit longer. We are going to start with foundation first today, and the foundation I'm going to use is Estee Lauder Double Wear. I have a nice damp beauty blender to put it on with. This doesn't come with a pump. I kind of wish it did. Estee Lauder just re-released Double Wear Light, which has been one of my top 5 foundations for years, and they've reformulated and re-released it. So I didn't hear about that until after I had purchased the Double Wear already for this. Oh my gosh, this is such light coverage. What the heck? I was always afraid to use Double Wear because I always thought it was full, masky, dry-looking, cakey coverage. This is way sheerer, way lighter, way more natural looking than I was expecting. Hey. Well, apparently it's good to try something new from time to time. I mean, this looks beautiful. Holy cow. I'm just going to build it up a little bit here on my cheeks, around the corners of my nose where I tend to get red. And then we are going to leave it because I think I really, really like how this looks. All right, so for the under eye concealer, I picked Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Away Liquid Concealer in the shade 4. What I don't like about it is that it has this puffer applicator. So I've used this once already. I didn't have fabulously great luck with it. Actually, you know what? It did crease a little bit, so I'm going to put just a little bit of Laura Mercier foundation primer under my eyes, and I think this is the one that really is making my under eye concealer wear better, not crease and all that kind of stuff. So I just take the tiniest bit of that and rub it between my fingers and just put a little bit right at the inner corners of my eyes, because you know how it always wears off there in like 5 hours and it always creases there and looks a little like scaly, like alligator skin? Twist it up, and when the product starts coming up in there, then I'll put it on the back of my hand so that I can control how much I'm taking and not waste too much product. So I just pick it up off the back of my hand with the brush and just paint it on my under eye area. And then I just use my finger to spread it across. And I always take a little bit of it over to like the dark side of my eye bag because I don't want to just highlight the puffier side because that will bring that forward. So I want to put some into the dark part of the shadow to make that recede. And doing it that way, I used about a half of what was out on my hand so that all that isn't glommed up under my eyes, waiting to settle into my wrinkles. That is really brightening. It looks really smooth, really opaque, really liking it so far. I'm going to go ahead and set it before it has a chance to crease. I'm going to use Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I'm just going to tap a little bit out into the cap and pick that up with the brush. And tap it off, and then just press it underneath my eyes to set. I think I'll also set the middle of my forehead, hoping this is going to be smoothing, and just brush away any excess powder. Next I'm going to do my brows. I got something from Chanel. This is their Stilo Waterproof Defining Longwear Eyebrow Pencil in 810. So I like that flatness so that I could almost just like press it here and drag it across gently. And then you can also use the sharp side to go ahead and like draw little hairs as well. So I've been using this all week. I've been really happy with it. I like the color. So just kind of press and drag really gently. I mean, you don't want to make too big of a mark there like I just did. And then I go ahead and fill. And then I can use the skinny side to fill a little more, especially at the top of my brow. Then I'm going to take the spoolie, just brush that all across. And I feel like this brow is heavier than this one, especially at the top right up here. So since we're going for a warm, glowy look, I picked up the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, and I got this in shade 4. It's a highlighter, but it's like a skin tone highlighter, and I really like that idea about it, that you could put it under your makeup to add a glow through, you could put it over your makeup, like all over, or you could just highlight with it. I'm just gonna dot like 3 dots on there. I'm gonna use my blending sponge to blend it out. And I want to get a nice blend on this so it's not too obvious. I was looking for just a really subtle yet warm kind of fallish glow, you know, kind of creating that lit from within look. Ooh, that's really pretty. And it just looks like your skin is kind of glowing, and it really makes that front of the cheek pop. That makes it look like you've had filler in there when really you haven't. And then of course you can add that to a few other places. I like it above the brow, just a really tiny bit to add a little glow up there, tiny bit below, a little bit on the center of my nose, like right here. You can do the tip if you want, and a little bit on the chin to just do that little brow highlight. Isn't that pretty? I just love it. Used that a couple of days, really, really happy with that. I actually used it on my eyelids yesterday because I put on some matte eyeshadows and I just wanted that little bit of a like shimmer on the lid, but without being blingy or glittery, and it was so, so pretty. All right, so for the rest of the face, for the bronzer and the blush, I picked up a Too Faced palette at Nordstrom. I didn't realize that Nordstrom carried Too Faced, but they had this in the store, and I also didn't know that Too Faced had come out with a natural face palette, because you know the Too Faced Natural Matte palette is one of my favorites. If you just love plain matte shadows for every day, that is gorgeous. I certainly could have used it to do today, but decided to go with something else. Well, you could buy this at a makeup store. I like buying my makeup at Nordstrom because of course you get the Nordstrom rewards if you're in their program, and you earn the Nordstrom notes. So look at this palette. Isn't it beautiful? It's got a couple of blushes, a couple of bronzers, and a couple of highlighters, and they're all just so beautiful and fall-y. I think we'll go in with some Sunny Honey bronzer to warm up the outer edges of my face. I am going to use the MAC 137 brush again. So I like to start kind of up in my hair and just warm up the edges of my face. You can bring that down. I don't actually like to do too much darkness at my temple because I feel like as we get older, sometimes you get hollow in there, and so you don't want to accentuate the hollowness. So I tend to stay out of the temple. So I just really do my forehead because I tend to get a little wide up here in the corners. So I kind of like to cheat the corners by just bringing that down at an angle. But I always start high up in my hairline just so I don't end up with like a ball of bronzer up there. And then I always like to do underneath my jawline, kind of chisel that out a little bit. You can do a little bit down the side of your neck. And I love this nice fluffy brush because it really diffuses. I also like to chisel out my nose with whatever's left on the brush. I never dip into the bronzer and then do my nose because then it comes out too dark. And I do a little bit underneath. And then for contouring the cheekbones, I'm just going to use the same brush, but in order to get the cheekbones where this is a little fluffy and diffused, I'm just going to pinch it together, and that way you can get double duty out of a single brush. And then I can draw more of a defined line where I want, and I always start back here in my hairline and just pull it out just a little ways. You don't need to make like this whole big swoop on your face like that. I'm just going to take a clean tissue and wash off the brush a little bit, and then I'm going to use the same brush just to diffuse that out. So I'm going to keep the blush kind of subtle. I don't want it to be too poppy or too pink. So I'm going to use pink sand. I'm just going to start at the hairline, bring that forward, and then I turn the brush, and then I just give it little back and forth flicks, and that helps to diffuse it into the bronzer. Oh, that's a really pretty blush color. Now, of course, there are a couple of highlighters in there, so if you wanted to add more glow and more highlight to that, it is in there and it's got you covered. All right, now we're gonna go ahead with the eyeshadow. It's gonna be really simple and basic. I have 2 stick eyeshadows from Laura Mercier. These are the Caviar Stick eye colors. I have one in rose gold, and that is a shimmer color. And the other one I have is a matte that is called Caramel. So I was just gonna go for a really simple, easy to create eye look today. Let's do the crease first. I would just start at the outer corner at the deepest part of your crease, kind of press it in there and just drag it down to the eyelashes. And then you're just gonna put a little bit in the crease, use it like a crayon, bring it about halfway across the lid, and then you're just going to blend that out with your finger. If you want, you can reach up and pull on that lid a little bit so that you get a nice smooth blend. I would blend it a little bit above the crease, especially if you have hooded eyes where your hood sags forward a little bit. That will make it look like it's receding. And then we'll just repeat that on the other eye. You could wear this every day and be out the door in 5 minutes. It's so easy to use. And I love this color. It's really like not too warm, not too cool. And it just creates such an easy, beautiful eye look. I really, really am loving this. And then we're gonna take the rose gold one for the inner corner, and we're just gonna start that at the inner corner and drag it about halfway across the eyelid. You might want to do a little bit right at the tear duct. Just going to use a finger and blend that across, and that's going to give your eyelid that youthful glow, that little light reflection, that bit of shimmer that makes it look so pretty. So for the eyeliner today, I picked up a Bobbi Brown Longwear Gel Liner. This one is in the color Chocolate Shimmer Ink, number 13. It has just the littlest bit of like copper in it, and so it's just so gorgeous for a warm look, because I find that sometimes, you know, as we get older, heavy black liner just sometimes doesn't look so great. You basically just dip the entire flat side of the angled brush into the gel liner, and then you're just gonna follow your lashes down to your eyelid and push. It is just such a good and easy way to do your eyeliner. You don't have to worry about, like, you know, getting the lines straight or having it be smudgy. It just comes out perfect. So then we're just going to do the same for the under eyes. I might smudge it in a little bit. I usually don't bring my eyeliner all the way under. And that is so waterproof. Once you get it on there, it's not going to budge. You don't have to worry about it. All right, for the mascara today, I picked up the Chanel Inimitable Intense. A lot of people have mentioned this, that they love the Chanel mascara, so I wanted to give that a try. Plus, you guys know my holy grail foundation is the Chanel Perfection Lumiere Velvet, always right here at my fingertips. So I wanted to try a few more Chanel products. This is supposed to be volumizing, lengthening, and curling. I really like the brush on this. It's a smaller brush. You know, I don't like giant brushes, I gotta say, now that my vision is so lacking when I'm putting on mascara. Ooh, nice. When I'm putting on mascara and it's a giant brush, the brush goes through my eyelashes and puts mascara all over my eyelid. And this gives me the kind of lash look that I like. I don't really like it to look like false lashes. Just probably the one person on earth who isn't into false lashes. But for me, I think natural lashes are quite lovely. So I'm just going to do a little bit on the lower lashes, kind of at the outer edge, get these outer lashes going a little more at the corner. Did I just slap mascara over there? I did, didn't I? You know, when you slap mascara on your face, best thing to do is wait for it to dry, and then you'll be able to get it off a lot easier. So the makeup look is almost done. I feel like this video is going to be like 25 minutes long, but hey, I guess that's okay. So for the lippy, I picked up a Charlotte Tilbury lip pencil. This is the Lip Cheat Reshape and Resize lip liner in Pillow Talk. That is her iconic shade. And so, you know, of course, Charlotte wants you to overline your lips so that you can cheat it, make them look a little bigger. And of course, a lip liner will help to keep your lipstick or lip gloss in place from running up into your wrinkles if you have any up there, which of course I do and most people my age do. Goes on really easy. It feels nice and creamy. Did I cheat them and make them look a little bigger? Yeah, that was good. So I have two lippies here to choose from. Oh my gosh, which one should we do? I have a Chanel one because the Chanel lady was selling me a whole lot of stuff. Jumbo Longwear Lip Crayon, number 21, Warm Rosewood. And then we have Dior. This is a plumping lip gloss. Oh my god, microscopic type. Do not know what this is or what color it's in. This one over here is the Chanel, and this one is the Dior. But I feel like the Chanel goes better with the whole fall theme, so I'm gonna go for the Chanel, what the heck. I wore this around all day yesterday. It is so moisturizing and creamy, but it's like a balm-like stick. It's really, and it has a nice sheen to it on the lips, so your lips aren't gonna look matte and flat and dry. This is such a pretty fall color, I love it. Alright, last step is to get rid of the mascara, so I'm just going to take a clean Q-tip now that that mascara is nice and dry. It will just come right off. Alright, just looking at this up close in the 15X mirror, can I tell you how much I think I'm in love with this foundation? Oh my gosh. It's not creasing, it's not settling, it's not doing anything naughty, it's not dry and cakey looking, it just looks really pretty. I think the one thing that I probably overdid it on was the darker blush, and my eyes I think are a little bit too light and bright. So I'm going to throw on this last product, and this is another thing from Charlotte Tilbury. It is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in shade 2 Medium. So I'm just going to take my damp beauty blender and I'm going to just dip it in this powder. I'm just going to put it a little bit under my eyes and directly below, a little bit on my nose. I don't know, what have I done? Oh no, help! Oh yeah, I think that's a little better. You know, I really like using a damp beauty blender for powder like that, because then you can really press it in and control where you're putting it, and then you can also remove it if you add a little bit too much, make yourself look normal again. So I think I am ready to go with the look. I think it looks really nice. You can also add the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter to other places on your body, like you can put it on your collarbones, clavicles, and brighten that up to get a little fall bling going in there. It would look especially pretty if you have off the shoulder sweater. That just gives, oh, the prettiest shimmer coming off your collarbone, so that's really nice. All right, you guys, so that's the tutorial. I think the look came out really, really great, considering that these are all brand new products to me. You know, sometimes it doesn't go that well, but I think I've found some new faves, especially the Double Wear foundation. I'll definitely be doing a full foundation Friday on this one. I love how it's not settling into wrinkles, not settling into pores, making my skin look nice. It's not heavy and cakey and masky, so that is awesome. And I am really loving this Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Hollywood filter. This is a really good one. You can use it sparingly, or you could put it all over. You could use it on your body, and it's such a big container that you'll be able to use it in the summer to glisten up your skin. You can make that beautiful fall glow happen on your face. The other things that I'm loving are the eyeshadow sticks. These are great, especially if you don't have a ton of brushes and you don't want to, you know, mess with doing a 6-color eyeshadow look. 2 colors, 2 sticks, no primer, use your fingers, easy peasy, and it's gorgeous. I love it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. Thank you, Nordstrom, for collaborating with me on this one. So thank you so much for your time. You know, I always appreciate your watching. So I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.